Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here today. You know, this is going to be a record-breaking year for the Mercedes-Benz brand on so many levels. You're going to get a taste of that today as we bring no less than 2 world premieres and 4 U.S. premieres to this year's New York Auto Show. But before we get to that, let me give you a little bit of background on why we're so optimistic about this year. You know, the auto market is in full recovery mode, and analysts have already started to increase their forecasts for 2013. They're projecting anywhere from 15.2 to 15.6 million units. At Mercedes, we're joining the more optimistic of those forecasts, and we're planning on a market of about 15.5 million, which is going to propel us to another record sales year in 2013. You know, we ended 2012 with the best year that this brand has ever had in the United States. MBUSA reached a record market share. We outgrew both the auto industry and the luxury market. And in 2012, the U.S. became the single most important market for Mercedes-Benz on a worldwide basis. Now we're carrying all of that momentum into 2013, and we had our best ever January, best ever February on record, and we're on pace for our highest first quarter result ever. And that's before we've even launched a single new model. So let's talk about these new models, because this is going to be a very unique product year for us. You know, we're going to be flexing our muscles throughout our entire product range. So let's start at the top. We're introducing the 6th generation S-Class later on this year. It's our flagship, and it's the flagship of the entire industry. It's going to be arriving in showrooms around September. Now, in just a few weeks, we're going to begin rolling out the all-new E-Class. Now, that's the heart of our brand. The 2014 model has undergone the most comprehensive facelift that we've ever done, inside and out. It's essentially an all-new model. And we'll be dramatically increasing the number of Blue Tech clean diesels into our portfolio to include an all-new 4-cylinder diesel. Now, this engine's going to offer U.S. buyers economy, range, and really impressive torque. And it's going to be available on several models to include the GLK, the E-Class, and the ML. Then in the fall, we're going to introduce probably our most significant model for 2013, and that's the all-new CLA. Now, this is such an important model launch for us because it's going to establish a brand new entry point for our brand at an amazing price of $29,900. It's really going to open up our brand to younger buyers, and it will become the #1 conquest vehicle in our overall portfolio. This, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a game changer for us, and it's going to actually have a halo effect for our brand, but this time a halo from the bottom up. And we think it's going to recalibrate the entire value perception for the Mercedes-Benz brand here in the U.S. We think that with the CLA, we've actually got lightning in a bottle, and that's before the mad scientists from AMG even begin to get involved. The new CLA is not only going to bring high voltage to our model lineup, because on May 1st, we're going to launch the Smart 4.2 electric drive. Now, this zero-emission Smart Electric has an amazing equivalent of 122 miles per gallon in the city. Now, monthly operating costs are going to be about the same as a common kitchen appliance. To drive about 40 miles a day is going to cost you about $1.50 or less for electricity. Now, that translates to a monthly energy bill of about $45. Now, the Smart Electric drive can be charged with a regular socket or with an optional 240-volt charging station, and it gives you a full charge in a quick 6 hours. Now, you combine that with a really sporty drive, zero emissions, and at $25,000, it's going to be the most affordable electric vehicle in the United States. And beyond that, we're going to have the only electric convertible here in the U.S. Now, with zero emissions, these cars are also going to be available for federal tax to $7,500. Now, that's going to make it the economy. We good? Hello? All right. So, sorry about that, folks. The Smart Electric drive now is just a small down payment on a really long-standing commitment for Mercedes-Benz to environmentally friendly vehicles. You know, we're going to continue to expand that commitment across our entire model line, and that's going to bring us right now to our first world premiere of the morning, the first zero-emission vehicle to carry the 3-pointed star, the Mercedes-Benz B-Class electric drive. So here's the all-new B-Class electric drive. I got to drive it in Stuttgart last week, and my boss, Joachim Schmidt, why don't you tell us a little bit more about it?
Okay. Thank you, Steve.